rising rate of ADHD has many parents wondering if the diagnosis is too subjective.
I think there would probably need to be some kind of chemical imbalance or something that they'd need to do further testing other than just making that decision or diagnosis just by looking at the child.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is a clinical diagnosis based on a collection of symptoms rather than a single test. That opens it up to interpretation. If you wonder whether your child has ADHD, work with a doctor who follows nationally recognized standards set forth by governing pediatric and psychiatric groups.
A lot of people think that they can just look at a spotted child and say, oh, that child's hyperactive, meaning that, sure, maybe it's a very active child, but that doesn't mean that the child has a disorder.
A key point in making an ADHD diagnosis is that symptoms must be present in more than one setting, which is why the evaluation includes observations from parents, caregivers, and teachers.
When we actually do an evaluation for ADHD, we really try and do very thorough evaluation. So what you're doing is not just observing the child. You're getting information from the parents, but you're also getting information from the teacher. Because one of the things we know is that the demand characteristics of a classroom are very different than, for example, the dinner table or watching TV.
A psychologist, pediatrician, or neurologist will rate a child's behavior compared to peers. Symptoms to look out for are constant motion, fidgeting, distractedness, and inability to finish tasks. Evaluations should wait until age 7. And remember, ADHD isn't a blanket for every bothersome behavior.
It may just be a cause of, today's technology with kids being in front of iPads and iPhones and tablets, whatever.
For Lee Memorial Health System, I'm Amy Osher.